Hi team, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Today we are going to write some code in JavaScript. Okay, so if you see in the last two sessions, we understand like what is the need of need of JavaScript, and what is the importance of JavaScript runtime environment. Okay, so these two are very important. So what is the need of JavaScript? Means if you want to make a web page dynamic and if you want to do some simple calculation at client side itself, client means simply just remember in a web world, it is a browser. And from where you are accessing through browser, we can call it as a client. And need means previously in 90s when HTML and internet and everything came at the time we were able to create only web pages like Wikipedia kind of thing. But later, with the help of JavaScript, we can make it much more dynamic and lots of things are there. So if you want to execute JavaScript for each and every programming language, we need either compiler or interpreter to convert from high level programming into low level programming language. So we are using either interpreter or compiler. Here JavaScript is something different. Yes, we are using like JavaScript is primarily it's an interpreted programming language, and we have a compiler also to improve the speed of the execution so that we can call we have a JIT compilation. Okay, that means it will um, take help of advantage of interpreter at the same time compiler. Okay, those things, but this is a part of this JIT is part of JavaScript engine. That's what we have understand yesterday. JIT is part of JavaScript engine. Okay, yesterday I've explained clearly that what are the other things are there in JavaScript engine, and this JavaScript engine is part of JavaScript runtime environment. So you should remember these things. These are very important, and very in few like 1 or 2 minutes we are going to enter into the programming. We are going to write code from today. So this is like JavaScript runtime, okay, environment. JavaScript runtime environment. And this JavaScript runtime environment is a part of the browser. Okay, JavaScript runtime environment is a part of browser. Any browser, like if you install Google Chrome browser. So if you want, you need to learn JavaScript. At the same time, you need to understand what is happening in JavaScript runtime environment. Yes, we are going to learn everything step by step. So today we are going to write our first program. Okay, so suppose as we discussed, we need a browser, and if you give a HTML page to that browser, okay, if you give a HTML page to the browser, it will it will create a beautiful web page for us. Okay, this is what we have learned already from last 15 to 20 sessions. We have learned HTML, learned CSS, and we understand the basics of Bootstrap. So, and here, this is important. So if you want to make this HTML file, this web page more colorful, what we are doing in the same HTML file, we are adding some CSS. Now, if you want to make the same web page dynamic, you should write some JavaScript in the HTML file itself, because we are giving HTML, CSS, and now from today onwards, we are going to write some JavaScript code, and we are giving that HTML file to the browser, and browser will create a beautiful website at the same time based on your JavaScript code. It will make that web page dynamic. Let's see, we can start now today itself how to create a simple web page, and how to add simple styles, and how to add JavaScript inside that HTML page, and how it will work in the browser, and how it will display on the web page. So here we have, I just created a folder. I'm just opening in a VS Code. So we are using this Visual Studio Code editor for doing our projects. So here simple, if you want to create an HTML file, just give that um, symbol and just enter. So it will create a simple template for you. This is already we have discussed. If you didn't learn, go back and just learn those things simultaneously. So I'm just giving the title that we are entering into the JavaScript. That's why I'm just giving it's a JavaScript world. Okay, we are entering into the JavaScript world, and we know already in the body we can add some headings like this. Welcome to JavaScript world. Okay, so if you give this web page, if you give this web page, this HTML file to a browser, automatically it will create a web page, and it will display that. So if you see, it is creating a web page. Even if you just do right click and inspect, it's clearly you can see what you have written on that HTML file. So if you give this HTML file to a browser, it will create a this web page. This is we know. And now if you want to add some styles, colors to this one, what we are doing, simple, you can add a style tag. You can add a style tag, and you can add some styles. So for H1, I want to give a color like something different, okay, blue, and some background color. I'm not sure which one is good. I'm poor in designing. So let's see. I'm just giving some dark gray. So just refresh that in the browser so that it will recreate again. So okay, this is bad, but it is displaying welcome to JavaScript world. So we understand how to write HTML, and we understand how to add styles also. Now we should learn how to write JavaScript code in a HTML file. So just I will take confirmation. Are you ready? Just ping me yes that you are going to enter into the JavaScript world. Okay, just ping me yes quickly. Super. So if you want to add a JavaScript in HTML file, because JavaScript was introduced to help this HTML file only. So write script tag. Okay, it should have a closing tag. Okay, actually, it should come like intelligence. Yeah, this is what my expectation. So if you see, if you want to add a styles to your web page, okay, this HTML is providing a special thing called style tag. So you just add style. Inside of that, you can add your own styles. Similarly, this the same HTML is providing another tag if you want to add some script like JavaScript. So here, let's write some code. Okay, here I'm going to explain few things, how to create a variables and how to use the operators. Okay, and at the same time, I will explain how these things are executing in JavaScript runtime environment. So here, suppose if you want to create any variables, okay, we have a special keyword called var. Okay, var. Just variable name is a equal to 10. Okay, just give a semicolon after completing your instruction. So the program is nothing like you are giving some instruction to the computer. And of course, initially, if you're completely beginner to the programming world, sometimes it's difficult what's happening. Don't worry, I will explain in detail in in a sequence. So just write var a is equal to 10. So if you know the mathematics, right, algebra, you will write like this, right? A is equal to 10, b is equal to 5, then c is equal to a plus b, and you know a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So you are using operators on all these assignments, all these things, right? This is nothing more than that. Okay, if you know mathematics and if you know simple English, this is enough to understand programming. So var a is equal to 20, and at the same time I'm writing var b is equal to 20. So I'm just taking the two variables, I'm just storing some value, so you can use a space in between those things. Without spaces also, no problem, but if you give a space, it will be more readable. So these are statements, these are instructions. So var a is equal to 10, var b is equal to 20, and here what I'm doing, var c equal to a plus b. So what I'm saying here, so just take 10 into a and just store 20, the value of 20 into b, and take another variable c and do some calculation a plus b and store again into the c. This is simple. So if you are coming from the background of C language, you will write like this. Simple. How you will write simple program? Int a is equal to 10, and then int b is equal to 20, and int c is equal to a plus b. And after that, you will, if you want to display the output, you will write something, right? Print f, okay, um, percentile d, like it should be in the quotations. So okay, why it is not wrong coming properly? Percentile, comma. See that you're saying that store value of 10 into a and store value of 20 into b, and take those two values and do addition and store again into c, and just display the output, and what is the value is there in the variable called c. This is also simple. So here you're clearly saying that this is integer. Okay, but JavaScript is different. JavaScript is different. So here we don't have int, float, or something to define your variable. So just learn JavaScript as a separate programming language. You can take the knowledge of other programming language, but don't try to compare each and everything. Okay, because JavaScript is designed completely different than other programming languages. Don't worry, I will explain, and I will give the simple comparison, and I will make it more simple for you. So in JavaScript, suppose if you want to see the output, so sim we don't have a printf here. We don't have a printf. So here we have something different that is called console.log. and you can mention what you want to display. So you want to display the value of C, right? So in the double quotations, okay, output is, and after that just put a comma and just mention the variable name. So then what will happen? It will store 10 into A, it will store 20 into B, it will do addition of A plus B, and whenever you refer A, it will take value 10. Whenever you refer B, it will take value 20, 10 plus 20, and it will store into C. And you will see the output, what is there in C. So simple, same thing, and that means, so if you see, I'm just closing this thing. I will open again. So now everything I have written in that HTML file, Java, like HTML syntax at the same time, for the stylings at the same time, JavaScript also. This is where we should write a JavaScript in HTML file. So no problem, just double click on it. That means we are giving the our HTML file to the browser. But we got welcome to HTML JavaScript world. At the same time, the styles also applied, but where is the output? We have written, right? We have written, please display this value. Output is like, see, I'm expecting 10 plus 20 is equal to 30. So if you want to see the output, for now, just right click, inspect, and just scroll up for the visibility and just go to the section called console, and you can see the output. Okay, yesterday I have explained something, right? If you do 5 plus 6 here, it will give the value 11. And even if you do console.log, and if you just mention hello, okay, it will display the hello. So this is the place you can see the output, but this is not the actual one, right? We need to interact with this HTML file. We need to display information in the web page itself. Okay, those things we are going to learn in coming days, don't worry. So right now just check your output in the console. So this is for debugging purpose. We don't write console.logs in the production. Okay, for understanding purpose, and it's easy. Okay, you should learn the importance of console also. So this console.log is a predefined one. This log is the function or a method. Okay, okay, slowly we will learn what is function, what is method, what is class, what is object, lots of things. So right now don't worry about those things, just follow the syntax, so you are able to see the output. Simple. So now if you want to do like multiplication or something, I can write where d equal to a minus b. Then what will happen? It will calculate the subtraction where e is equal to, so of course you know, okay, how to do for multiplication and division. So here I'm writing, now I'm writing in a meaningful way. So addition of a comma b equal to C. So if you mention anything in double quotation, it will display as it is, like a string. And if you put comma and without double quotation and some, if you give a variable name, at the time it will display what is the value available in C, the variable. So addition of a comma b equal to variable C. And again, you can write in n number of console.logs if you want to display the output. So here I'm writing subtraction of a comma b equal to, just put a comma here and mention the variable name. So simple. If you refresh your web page, so you will get the output here. So what it is doing, it is allocating the memory for A, and it will allocating memory for B, and it will storing that value 10 into A and 20 into B. And whenever you give this instruction to the computer, it is taking the value of A and value of B, and it is doing addition, and it is storing in a C. Similarly, Here it is doing subtraction. This is a simple program. So just give me a confirmation quickly. Do you understand or do you have any confusion here? So that we can write more programs. Quick. Of course, every day, first 40 minutes I will explain, and the next 20 minutes you should practice here itself in the classroom. Okay, then I will provide some assignment also for you. Okay, very good. So now we can write some interesting things again. So here, just understand here, we are not mentioning either integer or a float or a string or something in JavaScript. Okay, and one more thing, we can declare these variables like this also. Okay, instead of var, we can use let. Instead of var, okay, we can use let or constant. So this is also thing. So now in this session, for few days, we are not going to write the code with the help of let and constant, because this let and constants were introduced in 2015. Okay, so if you see, the journey of JavaScript is always very important to understand JavaScript. So in 1995, we have a JavaScript, right? So we have a JavaScript. Okay, till 2015, till 2015, we are we have only the to declare a variables, we have only one keyword that is called var. So this let and constants were introduced in 2015, I think 7 years back only. So we need to understand what is the need of let and constant. Still we have a var. Is there any problem with var something? So we should understand those things, and then we should learn this let and constant also. So for few days, even though we have an option to declare a variable with let and constant, so stick to the basics that we are in 1995. So var a is equal to 10, var b is equal to 10. This is the simple program. Okay, you already understood how to see the output. So now I'm going to write another program. So simple. Okay, first of all, we should understand what we can do with the console.log. So if you see console.log, if you give a plain string like welcome to JavaScript, what it will do, it will print exactly what you have given in these double quotations. Okay, output. And console.log, suppose if we give a single quotations, what will happen? Okay, please do practice daily. Okay, and console.log. Okay, then only we will CCED. Okay, I'm poor in spellings, don't worry. So I'm just refreshing this page. So if you see, it is displaying as it is, as it is. So here we can do few more things. Suppose you need to write something like this. Welcome to JavaScript. Otherwise, you can do welcome to in, and you can split like this. Welcome to. Okay, give a double quotation and do a plus symbol. So in first double quotation, I'm just writing welcome to. Again, here I'm writing, okay, JavaScript. So what it is doing, if you do a plus, this is operator, and if you do plus in between the strings, it will concatenate. Okay, concatenate means it will attach those two strings. So this is also perfect. So there is no change. So either you can write like this, console.log, welcome to JavaScript. Both are same. But what you are doing, you are here you are giving complete string, and here you are splitting into two strings. No problem. But still the output is same. Okay, it is same, but you have some extra space because you have given some extra space here. Just save it and refresh. Okay, and now suppose if you want, suppose if you want to change this by the time. So for that, what you need to do, you can store that var like programming language name equal to. So here previously we stored a number, right, where a is equal to 10. In the same way, you can store a strings also. So even if you have a confusion between this name, so just var programming some p name, that means a programming name, and here you can store like JavaScript. So this is perfect. Welcome to JavaScript. And here this is also correct. Welcome to, you are giving hard coding that value, and you can do like this also. Console.log, console.log. So you can write welcome to, okay, and it should take help of that variable. So if the I'm giving p name, what will what it will do, if you just hard code in the same string, it will display as it is like welcome to JavaScript. Here you are asking like JavaScript engine that please concatenate those two strings, that is also fine. And here, okay, I'm not giving directly what is a string, but please take what is there in this p name. So this is also fine. So it will go and take this value and it will give a output for you. So just refresh. So if you see, three things are same. So that is your wish. So whenever you can, if you want to store in a variable, because sometimes if you want to change this programming language, suppose if you don't like JavaScript, you can go with Java. Fine, save it, refresh. So first two statements are saying welcome to JavaScript, because you are already hard coded that values. But here, welcome to Java. So whatever the value you will mention here, it will display here. That means the value can change, value can vary. That's why these are variables. Okay, these are variable. That means you can change the value. So here, if you see where p name, in the next line, you can assign a new value also. So always give a, this is case sensitive. Please give proper thing. So var p name Java, in the next line you want to change it to JavaScript. Then what will happen while executing this statement? The value of p name is Java. While executing this statement, the value of p name is JavaScript. So then it will take the latest value what is there in p name. So now you will get the output as JavaScript. Okay, here I'm just trying to explain how you can do how we can play with a console.log. So, and so simple, we can write a few more things, interesting things now. So you understand that we can store a numbers. So in programming, while doing programming, we need to store different kind of data. So numbers, strings, booleans, and arrays, objects, a lot of things are there, right? So at least we can go with the basic things, where suppose if you want to store a student details, so you can write student name equal to, so if it is a string, go with the double quotations or single quotations, Both are valid, but just follow one pattern. If you prefer double quotation, write use double quotes all the places. If you prefer single quotations, use single quotation all over your program. So where student name, I'm just writing like okay, Surya Kumar, okay, Yadav, because he's playing very well in this World Cup. So I'm giving his name. So where student name is Surya Kumar Yadav, and where student age is equal to, it's a number, right? It's a number. So while storing the number, don't use double quotations or single quotation. So it is a number. So we can see what, like we can enter into the data types, how this JavaScript will treat this value, how JavaScript will treat this value, how it will store, okay, all of things. So where, suppose if you want to store a boolean means it's a true or false. Okay, boolean is just a true and false. So here, what we can say in a boolean for him, he's the man of the match or not. Okay, he got man of the match. So let's see, we can say true because he got man of the match in the last match. So student name Surya Kumar Yadav, age 23, where he got man of the match. True. So if you see, few people will get confused that they will give a boolean value like this, true. So if you see, if you provide the value in the double quotation, it is the string. Just remember this thing, it is the string. So if you want to make it a boolean, okay, just mention without single quotations or double quotation. Then of course this true and false and this var, which you are able to see in a blue color in a Visual Studio Code, those are already reserved in a programming language. So okay, I will tell you those things later. So this is the boolean. So Suryakumar Yadav, age 23, where he got a man of the match. Is he got man of the match? Like it's a like kind of a question. So you can say that it's true. And if you see again, if you want to store the score details of like last four matches, where scores. So if you want to store array kind of information, just go and mention this array and just write. So in the first match, I'm not sure about exactly what the score of Suryakumar Yadav in the last four innings. So the first match we played against Pakistan, I think he scored around 25, if I'm not wrong. Okay. Okay, I'm just giving random numbers. 35 in the last match he got around 65 or something. So you can store the mask details like this. So this is like a string, this is a number, this is the boolean, this is the array. Okay, even you can put comments like this. So just mention how JavaScript will treat. Okay, I'm going to explain you, I'm going to show you how these things will store in the browser also. Okay, so this is a string, and this it will treat as a number, this it will treat as boolean, and this is array. Okay, there are other data types also there in JavaScript. These are very special. So if you don't understand these things, it's really tough. So let's see, first of all, I want to display these values. I'm doing again console.log, console.log. So if you want to display the name, so if you want to give us some meaningful label for that, like you can say the student name, or if you already referring player, so that player name. So you can just put a comma like student name. Okay, and console.log can say that player age. Here you can mention age. Normally even you can put concatenation also, but just follow this syntax. It will be more easy. I will explain what is the difference between just putting the concatenation and advantage of using this syntax. Console.log. Okay, he got the man of the match. This is I'm just saying man of the match. So whether it's true or false. So he got the man of the match. And the next one is console.log. Console.log. So I'm mentioning the scores and just put a comma and scores. Let's see. You will see the expected output. Of course, it's very simple. Just refresh this page. So if you see the player name Suryakumari Yadav, player age 23, man of the match is true, and this is the scores details. It is displaying array of information. Okay, and if you just expand it, okay, you can see, okay, this value is at index numbers. Okay, if you don't know arrays, don't worry. We are in just in the first session. If you know arrays, well and good. If you don't know, don't worry. I will explain what is array and what is this index and how to store values into array, how to read the values from arrays or something. But for uh, just understanding purpose or simple like for the simple example, I've taken arrays also. Don't worry if you don't know what is array. Simple, right? So here the interesting thing is we should understand what is the data type. Of course, I'm saying that okay, this is a string. I'm saying that this is a number. I'm saying that this is the boolean. I'm saying that this is array or something. So we need a proof, right? How JavaScript is treating, that is very important for us. So if you want to check the data type of this variable, but C language, if you see in a C language, as a programmer already decides that okay, int a is equal to 10. That means you are mentioning the data type also. If you want to store a float values, simply you can say the float x is equal to some 23, some 34.6. Then it is clear that while writing program, you know that what is the data type. So then only you will write program in C language. But here in JavaScript, we are not mentioning anywhere like this is a string or this is a number or this is a boolean, this is the array of something. But let's see how JavaScript is treating whether what I'm saying is right or wrong. So I thought maybe data type of this is a string, data type of this is number, data type of this is boolean, data type of this is array. And one more thing, suppose if I don't store any value, okay, where like mm, some I'm just giving like what we can say whether he will become a man of the series, okay, man of the series. Okay, we don't know, right? Whether he will get a man of the series award or not because Virat Kohli is also playing very well and other players also playing very well. We don't know. That's why I don't mention any value, whether true or false or whether a string or something. I didn't mention anything here. I didn't mention anything here. Let's see. Let's see now. These things are there. So here in the next line itself, I'm writing what is the data type of that variable. This is the most important thing. You should understand, okay, the difference between other programming language and JavaScript. Okay, this is the starting point. I'm writing, suppose console.log. Just follow the syntax. Few things you can't understand why we are writing console.log. Okay, I'm not interested to put dot. I want to put comma, how it will work. So don't worry, these are already predefined things. Just follow the syntax for a few days. Later, I will explain why we need to use dot only, what is the meaning of this log and what is the meaning of this console and everything we are going to learn. So for a few days, stick with that. So I want to check the data type. Okay, so that just give type of and give a space and just mention that variable name. So if you see, if you want to check the type of the student name, just mention type of and give us some space and mention that variable name. So just follow the syntax, don't worry. And in the same way, the here do the same thing for all the variables. Do the same thing but for all the variables. Okay, here student name, here age, here is he got the man of the match award. That is true. And here we should go with the scoreboard. What is the data type of that? That is very, very important. And you will get a lot of surprises here. And here I'm writing console.log, console.log. I want to see what is the value in this man of the series, right? So let's see. So in double quotation, if I see man of the series, it will print as it is. And if I mention the variable name, it will display what is the value in that variable. That is very important for us now today. So here again, do console.log. I want to see what is the data type of this variable called man of the series. So here I'm writing, okay, type of man of the series. Save it. Simple, nothing complicated. If you have any confusion, just stick to the basics. We are just declaring some variables. The var is a predefined keyword. You don't have any confusion that whether I need to take int, float, or something. Don't worry, JavaScript will take care of based on the value which you have assigned. Okay, I will tell you what is assignment, what is declaration, all this stuff slowly. So here this is a simple program. I'm storing the Surya Kumar Yadav string into student name. This I'm feeling that this is a number, so I'm just storing here. I know that this is true and false. There are Boolean types, so I'm just mentioning arrays, something. So you know, right? Maybe you can expect that this is the string. You can expect that this is the number. You can expect that this is the Boolean. You can expect that maybe if you're coming from other programming language, we can say that yeah, this is an array, right? So here, can you guess what is the data type here? Okay, can you guess what is the data type? Of course, if you're already know JavaScript, I think you can give a right answer. If you're completely beginner to the JavaScript, definitely it is impossible to guess. Okay, of course, just guess what is the output. Even if you are watching this video, please note down. Of course, if you're not interested to comment, don't worry. Just note down on a paper that what is your answer. Just guess it and just check what is what is the output for that. Okay, in who are there in on the meeting who are already joined here, just mention, just tell me, just guess what will be the data type of what is the value of this man of the series, what is the value and what is the data type. So here you know that value will be Surya Kumar Yadav, here you know that value will be 23, here you know that value is true, here you know that the value is array, that's 25, 26, 36, 35 and 65. But here just guess it what will be the value and what is the data type of for that. That is the most important thing in JavaScript. So okay, one student said it's a string, one student said it will be an integer. Okay, no problem. Everyone just please ping here what what is your guess. I'm saying just guess it quickly. I think this portion is hiding with my video. Don't worry, I'm able to see that what you're typing. Okay, no guesses. You're not interested to guess also. No problem. I don't want to waste the time. Just refresh. Boom. Just observe carefully. From the first day itself, JavaScript will give a lot of shocks, twists and turns. So okay, player name Suryakumar Yadav. It is clearly saying that data type is a string. Player like age 23. It is clearly saying that it's a number. Okay, we are happy. And man of the match, we just mentioned a true, like, so it is displaying the value is true, and it is clearly saying that boolean. Okay, so far we are very happy. But observe carefully here, here that scores, it's showing 25, 56, and 35 and 65. I thought it's a array, right? I thought it's array, but it is saying object. It is saying data type of this array, this variable name called scores. It's object. It is displaying object. And at the same time, this is the most surprising thing, that man of the series. I didn't mention anything. If you see, I didn't mention anything here. I didn't initialize like a string. I didn't initialize like 23 or nothing. But it is giving the value that this is the valid value. This is the valid value, undefined, and it is clearly saying that data type is also undefined. Data type is also undefined. Okay, this is the first surprising thing in JavaScript. If you don't know, if you already learned JavaScript, and if you don't know why this browser is displaying undefined as a value, and if you don't know why it is displaying undefined as a data type, that means we didn't learn JavaScript properly. So this is enough because already it's 6:46. So I just crossed the 6 minutes. Sorry for that. So tomorrow we are going to understand what is the hell this undefined. What we are going to learn tomorrow, that is undefined, and defined. So just make it some good color because this is going to be very interesting thing. This is, what is this? Undefined. Okay, see you tomorrow. I'm saying, like, if you're watching this video and if you're following this, please watch the video completely and do practice. Okay, just do the same thing what I have explained in the session. If you don't do practice, I think you can't learn anything. Okay, of course I will discuss about that later. So now I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to discuss with the students. Okay, who are watching the live. Bye bye, see you tomorrow.